Well, for me, the most realistic, the change that it would be most realistic to hope for is a vast expansion of food truck, food cart, food stall culture, where you have one chef, one cook, somebody out there making pho or tacos out of, they show up, they make fresh tortillas, they bring enough meat and enough vegetables to sell for the day. When they run out, they go home. That's fast food. It's faster than the King, the Clown, and the Colonel. It's cheaper. It's actually better for you, and it's delicious. And you're supporting a local person who actually cooks. Yeah. So that, if we embrace, enable, zone for, allow for, promote, even give maybe tax breaks to entrepreneurs who would like to open a cheap little cart in the street serving something delicious, that is something that, like Asia, like all over Asia, that's what makes eating in those parts of the world so fantastic. Man, I mean, that's something that might actually take a bite out of the bad guys and be good for us. And as that culture grows, you would have people who would, of course, be getting their stuff from local sources, and, anything is possible. I see that as the way out. Who doesn't love that,
Okay. Also, you can, it's many ethnicity in the world who eat well and we are not very wealthy, and I'm thinking about India, for instance, or other big countries, even in South America and so on, where the diet is less focused on meat protein and more on vegetable protein and more diversity of vegetables. And I remember when I grew up, for instance, I was talking to Tony about that before we came here. My family was not eating meat every day. We were eating a leg of lamb or we were eating a chicken on a Sunday, and that was a family reunion, and it was a celebration. We were like, wow, we have a leg of lamb today. And then we had a little bit of leftover for Monday, and maybe we were finding ways to cook the leftovers and make them good and so on the day after. And then the rest of the week, it was very little meat protein. I think we have a diet here today. I mean, I'm not talking just here in America. I'm talking, in the Western world, in France, in Europe, everywhere, where suddenly we believe that we need to eat fish and meat every day. I think we can be with very low incomes and eat proper food, and at the same time not have a sad face, but have a community around the table. Puerto Ricans are a great example. They eat rice and beans almost every day, and it's not rice and beans because it's like almost like a religion. It's fantastic. They take a lot of pride in making it, and it's delicious, and it has flavor.
And the beans, much like the Asian model, the meat is used as a flavoring agent, not the main event.
Exactly.
Now, this is me. I'm not exactly a vegetarian, but even I will reluctantly admit that we would probably be happier, and our cooking might be forced to be more creative and interesting if we start changing over time the ratio between protein and other stuff, more along the Asian model. Probably better for the world. I hate saying that, but I mean, the great meals of my life over the last 10 years have been increasingly in Southeast Asia and Asia. And as much as I hate to admit it, that is a factor. The meat pops. So you're not dully chawing away on some piece of meat bigger than your head, where you enjoy the first few bites, but by the end you're numb. When you get a hunk of like delicious like pork belly or something or tongue or beef in Vietnamese food, it really explodes. It's really, so yes, I would reluctantly agree with that.